Ready? Well, hey there, it's Jen.
And Elke, welcome back to another one of our video series here on what would I do if I had to start over on Zazzle. Actually, this isn't really a series, but we are running a series of master classes that are free that you can join by clicking the link in the bio, or sorry, in the description. We're doing YouTube at this point. Just to give you a heads up in case you listen to all of this and you really want to join and see what the next steps are. Make sure that we want to just let you know this, like a little pre-ad. Okay, so we are Zazzle expansion experts. We've been helping our clients since 2017 work on the Zazzle platform, become very successful, sell over $165 million in total sales combined. 95 million of that was in 2024. So, and we've sold over $15 million on the platform ourselves. And we were thinking, what do we need to do and give advice to if we were like you and you're starting over and we had to start from scratch? And a lot of people go like, oh yeah, it was easy for you because you've already you had the success, and now I can't do the same thing. But that's not true. There's so many of our clients that have just joined us in the last year in our Profit by Design Academy that are doing really well because they're doing certain things that we teach in our foundational 5 strategies, so that's the framework that really works for pretty much anyone who actually implements it properly. But the obviously we can never make any income claims and things change. But in this day and age, March 2025, what would I do and what would Jen do if we had to start over on Zazzle? So this is the video for you if that's where you're at starting out. Okay, do you want to say anything
well,
else? Can I introduce that properly? Or
No, yeah, I think that was good. And yeah, it's funny because a lot of people have actually asked us, like, what did you think when you first started out on Zazzle, and what's your like version of your journey? Because we've been on Zazzle for such a long time, and we actually got that question from one of our coaching clients the last week. Yeah, this past week. She said, like, what are your insights on what you would have done or what you did do to become successful and get you to where you are now? And we gave them a detailed answer, but the majority of it is that you need to have the proper foundation and have the right direction at the beginning, because a lot of Zazzle designers for who are first starting out really don't know where to go, right? You get sort of
which is what happened to us. Like we were
yeah. I mean,
floundering for years because we just
yeah, and it also depends on your reasoning for being on the Zazzle platform, whether that because it's just another really neat opportunity to make money online, or if you're a designer and you're using Zazzle as a platform to showcase your designs, graphic design, photography, artwork, etc. So a lot of people, like, you have to really just hone in on your craft and understand where you're going and why you're using this platform, because you obviously chose Zazzle for a specific reason. And for us, for Elke and myself, we've tried so many different platforms because we are artistic and we like to express ourselves. And the other driving factor was that we wanted to make money online. And so the first thing that we decided that we needed to figure out, obviously, was figuring out a niche, because I think at the beginning, Elke and I, we just really wanted to make money online, right? And that was sort of our driving
what should we
factor.
put up there? Yeah.
Yeah, what should we put up there? And what we really didn't know is that, like, we just tried everything under the sun, especially myself, where, it was like, okay, well, t-shirts are available, right? So let's make some t-shirts. Let's do this. Let's do this mug. Let's do whatever. And it was more so that we just had this end goal of making money online, and we didn't really understand the business side of things, right? And so the first thing that we would tell each other way back when is hone in on what you want, as picking out a niche, right? And figuring out what you're going to be sort of moving in towards to selling, because you can't just have everything under the sun in your Zazzle store, because then it will just be overwhelming for you as a designer, first of all, and then mishmashy for customers trying to search for products in your store. And it
But
will
but the one thing that I noticed was, like, as soon as you said pick a niche, then I would go like, but I don't want to cut my chances off, right?
yeah.
And also, it's not a matter of like worrying that the customer is going to be overwhelmed with your store. I mean, yes, they will be, and we tell our clients to do that because, like, but I didn't realize that the reason for picking that is A, hone in, but B, be able to actually have success with it, because then you can actually do the work and focus in and do everything that's needed in order to literally do the successful things, right? Because there's a lot of work to do. Pick a niche. That sounds so easy, but it's do the research in it, to like figure out what you have to offer in that niche or niche, and all of the things that go with it. It's not just, oh, I've decided to sell t-shirts, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the biggest learning for me. So I would definitely make sure that if I was starting again, I would not just do it by saying, pick this and then you're not able to do anything else. It's more, pick this first so you can do the whole business with it. And then once you are really good at it, rinse and repeat with another niche.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And that will help you understand where you are going to pick your products, and also
Yeah.
what you're going to do for targeting your customer, which is the next point that we have is, oops, and there's a spelling mistake. Give me 1 second. Target, not tag it, a customer. Target a customer, because understanding who you are trying to, we say serve, right? Because when you're selling stuff, whether it be retail, online, or in person in a store physically, you're creating these products to serve a customer's needs. Why do they buy something from you? Why do they give you their money, right? And it has to be something that they either want or need, or it serves a purpose, right? And so understanding who your customer potentially will be will allow you to curate, which the next point is actually doing product research, but curate these products and create these products with that intention to help this person who you're trying to sell to have their needs met, right? And so you're not going to make random products like myself and Elke when we first started out on Zazzle, just being like, oh, well, like I said, there's t-shirts available. Okay, cool. Print on demand. We're going to make t-shirts just to make t-shirts. No, you're now going to make a t-shirt to sell to somebody based on a specific design, based on their specific wants and needs, etc. And knowing who that person is and what they like, right? Their design style and theme and the color choices and their even product choices, right? Is going to allow you to really hone in on your craft and understand what it is to start selling in your store.
Switch it to serve a customer, because I know that it says target. Target for us, what we were mentioning there is that you're picking an avatar and you're actually describing that one person that you're. But what you just talked about is very much serving, which is actually true too. Like that,
Yeah.
that makes the difference between like a lot of chance to get a sale and a very little amount of chance to get a sale. Because as you said, t-shirt, let's just do t-shirts.
Yeah.
Or I want to make sure that when there's people that are, you know, marching on Autism Day, they all have this one T-shirt on because it's gonna really represent in their cause, etc. Right? So that's the difference between just serving yourself or targeting a hit of a sale compared to serving a customer. Okay, what's
Mhm.
next?
So the next one here is product research. And if Elke and I were to go back in time and tell each other what we needed to do when we first started out, was doing product research, because
Yeah,
knowing connecting it with your target customer, or you're serving your customer, and also your niche, you are now choosing products that are specific within that niche and that are necessary. Because Zazzle is amazing opportunity for you to choose over what is it, 1,500, 1,600 product choices and styles of those product types. But, you don't need to particularly make all of those products to be able to make money online, right? And a lot of Zazzle designers think that they need to make everything under the sun because it's available to them to make. And if you're not understanding how the connection with your product works with your customer, you're just wasting your time, because there's no guaranteed sale on Zazzle. And we like to, we like to think and tell people that everyone is able to make money online with Zazzle. And some of our clients are making between $10,000 to $20,000 a month on Zazzle, but it's because they've done the intentional research for their product choices and spent that time creating those products, rather than just randomly making products hoping for a sale, right?
yeah,
Because every single time that you sit down to make a product, you don't know if that product is going to be sold or not. But you want to have the hope, right? That you've spent, let's say, 10 to 15 to an hour long taking the time to make this product. Is that going to translate into sales in the future, right? And if you really think about that, that time, although you have time freedom on Zazzle, your time is also very important on how you spend it making these products, because you don't want to be wasting your time, right?
No. Yes. And that's one of the reasons why they actually took this function away. It was called Quick Create, which meant that just like on Society 6 and Redbubble, you just uploaded an image, and then that image got put on every product that was available. And it was just a waste, because you all of a sudden on a baseball cap that has like this, you're wearing your baseball cap and there's this much of the image sticking in a rectangular form, and it makes no sense because it's just a pattern in this rectangular thing on
Yeah.
the front of the ball cap. um, that doesn't make any sense, right? But if you say, oh well, that pattern would look amazing on the duvet cover or pillows, which Zazzle offers, then now you're doing product research, right? You noting all the products that Zazzle has and how can you most leverage them.
Hmm.
You can also look at products and go like, oh, well, I want a nice variety of products. I don't just want something where I get a 20-cent royalty. I want to get $2 royalty. I want to get $20 royalty. And so you make some choices doing that to start with, and make sure that your designs can be put on those other products that make sense, that gives you a nice variety of products that you get money from, so you're not working so hard, earning 20 cents every sale. Instead, you might be earning $2 or $20 or $200 a sale.
Hmm.
And so logic, there's a lot of, it's not just the research of Elke and Jen tell me what product I should make, right? We do have a top 50 product list in our Profit by Design Academy that gets curated, and so you get to right away go like, okay, I have to make the products on that list. Then I'm already better off because I know those have been curated and I know that those sell consistently, etc.
Hmm.
But what's more important is, how does it suit what you want? So same with keep going with that number thing where you're saying, okay, I want to make $10,000 a month, like those clients that we talk about. Well, what does that entail, right? That means that you have to sell X number of products at this price point to get that money. And then you start to realize, oh, so I not only need the product range, but I also need the product numbers.
Hmm.
Even though we say don't put it on every product, you still have to have a minimum number, and then that number multiplies by a certain other number so that you can get like an average sale, because not every single product you put up is going to start to become a bestseller. And so having all that, like using all that product research and math in a way to help you understand what the scope is, that if someone would have told me that at the beginning, so that would be the first thing I would do. I'd say, okay, I have to have a minimum of this number of products in order to expect this amount of money per month, and this is my average success rate. And so then I have to like have this much more in there, because I'm not only going to, maybe I'll make a sale off of every 100 products that I make. And so all of that needs to be in the product research, in addition to what product is specific for one niche that you're trying to target. So
Hmm.
it's fun, but it's also frustrating if you don't do all that work and give yourself false expectations to not be prepared initially, because that's what Jen did, right? You put, how many products did you put in your store, and you expected to,
Yeah, I think, I had only a handful of t-shirts and thought that I was going to make $5,000 a month. So, yeah.
and you know what? Some of our clients do have very few products, and they do make like about $5,000 a month. But it's unusual. It's not the norm. So
Hmm.
you want to give yourself a good chance, and you don't want to over or underestimate your abilities and the possibilities. Okay, what else is on the list of what we've said we would? Oh yeah, so then the next thing is we really want you to Like this was not available for us at the time. We had
No.
to have a Photoshop program. The tool that Zazzle had at the time for designing was very minimal, but now it's very robust. So you don't even need to go and get a Canva Pro account. But if you want to have extra graphics, then this is a really great option, and I would highly recommend it to go get the Canva Pro account. And if you don't know what Canva is, it's a really great site that allows you to do a lot of graphic manipulation, but it also offers you photos, mock-ups, graphics, and if you get the Pro account, then you actually get to use all of their graphics.
Hmm.
While
Yeah.
on Zazzle. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. And that should get you started, because that's all you need to do to start with. There's obviously a little bit more once you start making products and they start selling. Then you need some strategies on how to manage that, how to grow, how to scale. And as I alluded to at the beginning, join the masterclass and see what the next steps are. And it's free, so go for it. Sign up. But you have to sign up. We're not doing this any other time except for whenever this video airs. I don't know, but March, what is it, 25th to the 28th, where we're doing
We've got
masterclasses.
March 25th to the 28th. Yes, you're right.
2025, in case you're watching this a year from now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and to sign up, the link is in the description of this video, and we can't wait to see you there.
See you there. And it's not a recording. We're doing them live. So you'll
Mhm.
get to come and ask questions, and we get to know you better. And let's get this party started.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Bye.